Please subscribe to this channel for more videos related to Catholic Christian teaching. The principal effect of the Sacrament of Penance is the reconciliation of the sinner with God. The Council of Trent declared the reality and the effect of this sacrament, so far as it concerns its power and its efficacy, consists in the reconciliation with God. Reconciliation with God includes both the removal of sin and the conferring of sanctifying grace. For the forgiveness of sins is achieved by the infusion of sanctifying grace. The sanctifying grace is either bestowed again after its loss, or if it was not lost, it is increased. The remission of the eternal punishment for sins is necessarily associated with the eradication of the guilt of sin. But the temporal punishments for sins are not always completely remitted. The specific sacramental grace of the sacraments of penance is sanctifying grace, insofar as it is adapted to the healing of the soul from sin. We are spiritually healed through penance. The claim to the actual graces necessary for one's preservation from sin in the future is also bestowed with sanctifying grace. Grace in general is a supernatural gift from God to intellectual creatures, that is, men, angels, for their eternal salvation. God provides us with two types of grace. Actual grace is granted by God for the performance of salutary acts and is present and disappears with the action itself. An easy way to understand actual grace is to remember it is the strength that God gives us to act according to His will. Sanctifying grace is a state in which God allows us to share in His life and love. When we speak of being in the state of grace, we mean the state of sanctifying grace. There is no mortal sin in us. This grace comes to us first in baptism and then in the other sacraments. Sometimes reconciliation with God has the psychological effect of giving peace and serenity to the conscience and a consequent deep sense of spiritual consolation. The good works accomplished in the state of grace, which have been killed by mortal sins, that is, rendered inefficacious, revive. There is no formal decision of the Church on this point, but the Council of Trent does not stipulate the uninterrupted duration of the state of grace among the conditions necessary for merit. Pope Pius XI, in the Jubilee Bull Infinita Deis Misericordia, says that to those who do penance, the fullness of the merits and the gifts which they lost through sin are restored and given back. Sententia communis refers to popular beliefs below the sententia certa in the hierarchy of dogmatic beliefs. They are widely held and generally accepted by theologians, but not dogmatically asserted. Examples of sententia communis beliefs include: the saints in heaven can help the souls in purgatory by intercession. dead people cannot receive sacraments. However, more modern commentators have noted that beliefs like these should potentially be classified at a higher level in the light of Pope John Paul II's apostolic letter Ad Tuendam Fidem in 1998. The scriptural texts adduced in favor of revival are not of themselves decisive. However, the fathers and theologians hold the doctrine almost unanimously. St. Paul says, "Whoever gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones in the name of a disciple, truly I tell you, none of these will lose their reward." St. Jerome comments, "He that has labored for the faith of Christ and has subsequently fallen into sin, of him it is said that he has suffered the foregoing in vain, so long as he sins. But he will not lose it if he returns to the former faith and the old zeal." For God is not unjust. He will not overlook your work and the love that you showed for His sake in serving the saints, as you still do. Did you experience so much for nothing? If it really was for nothing. And I heard a voice from heaven saying, "Write this. Blessed are the dead who from now on die in the Lord. Yes, says the Spirit, they will rest from their labors, for their deeds follow them." St. Thomas Aquinas reasons in favor of the doctrine of revival on the ground that the meritorious works have the same standing in the sight of God, even after the sin, as they had when they were performed. But sin prevents the reception of the heavenly reward. Hence, as soon as this obstacle is removed, they can exercise once more the efficacy which belongs to them of leading to everlasting life. Please go to YouTube Retirementality channel, playlist, Sacraments, for the complete series of these materials.